or, bring on, the team members to help you do things more quickly, or systematize it in a way that you can actually do that. But the problem is it's like the slow down to speed up, right? Because in order to get this stuff in place, otherwise you're spinning all the plates at all times and not able to actually do it, or have them pay and get on a wait list, have them pay now to get in.
No, that's a great tip too. So just to start the process though, like if I realize I'm in the friend zone, I've been posting lots of useful content, I've been making connections, nothing is turning into leads or sales. What's the step I could take today that could start to transition it into not sales friend zone?
Okay. So I have this is like top secret, and don't share this with anyone. Okay. Are you ready for my top secret thing? And I actually wrote a bunch of, we have like templates and stuff, but I wrote a bunch of new ones yesterday. So I'm going to pull up our other ones as well. But my favorite way to move out of the friend zone is this. Hey, I have an idea. Can I share it with you?
Love it.
That's it. And then if they say no, cool, be like, you're okay. And now here's what actually happens with this. So I know some people are like savvy and they be like, oh, you're trying to sell me something. Who cares? You could be like, hey, I have an idea. Can I share it with you? And then they're like, yes. And then you're like, let's go to Disneyland together this afternoon, right? It doesn't have to actually be an offer. This is something that can be anything. So, hey, I have an idea. Can I share it with you? Most people are going to say yes. Hey, I've been thinking about you. I'm going to read you these because I like rattled a bunch of these off the other day. So hold, I'm going to read it. I rattled them off this morning, but I haven't actually sent it yet. Okay. Hey, can I share something with you? Hey, I think I can help you with something. Hey, this is kind of random. Have you ever thought of XYZ? So it's really staying in that place of the nonchalant kind of like there's no attachment to where this goes. And a big piece of this is with my experience as a musical theater performer professionally, going to auditions again and again and again and again, and pouring out your heart and soul, basically standing there naked in front of a table being like, right? And then having to go about your day. It's like you get used to the idea that you have to be brave enough to show up and maybe experience some rejection. But maybe like, I would love to know from you all that are here, if this is something that comes up for you sometimes, or if maybe I'm the only one who ever feels this way. But let me know if this ever comes up for you. And to do this, like, for me, it's been much easier if I keep it kind of nonchalant. What I see most people doing is they send these very scripted, structured messages that it's like a full-on pitch right away, whether it's via email or direct message or whatever, without any sort of permission. So like one of my favorites is to say, hey, I noticed something on your Facebook, or Facebook or website or whatever, that I think may be stopping you from getting sales. Can I share it with you?
Oh, I love that. It's so specific.
And like it's curiosity inducing. It's not jumping in and sending a whole Loom video with like a giant report, because that's going to leave people feeling it could leave people feeling a little bit attacked. But if you start small and say like, oh my gosh, I noticed this thing. Can I share it with you? I don't want to be a weirdo. And then they're like, yes. And then what I love to do is do a little audit video. It's like, hey, I know we were just chatting in Messenger. Here's a couple things that I noticed that you can change. And if you have, Mark has this ability. I obviously haven't heard all of you speak. Mark can maybe speak faster than me, I realized earlier this week. But if you talk really quickly and you go through it really fast and you send it over to them without telling them how to fix it, but like, here's all the things that you could change, most people are going to come back and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to fix that. And then you say, I'm super happy to offer you. And I don't know what all of your offers are, obviously, but if you have like a little kind of an assessment call or an audit call, or, a paid call where you walk through some of these foundations to show them kind of a map, then at the end of that, they can move up into higher services.
I love that. Well, it's the conversion stage of the customer value journey.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like it. It's just like, hey, here's that you're providing value. It's specific. It's custom. Actually, I did a post earlier this week where I was saying like, nobody needs another generalist. And when you try to present everything to everyone, you're a generalist, and it's never going to work.
Yeah.
Well, and just an overwhelm of, information. People, because I get those. I'm connected to a million people on LinkedIn. And I get the like, hey, can I stop you for a second? And then it's 5 paragraphs, and I'm like, no. Well, if you said one thing.
And that's why that's why I've been so reluctant on LinkedIn. But I think it's also what stops us from actually reaching out to make offers. Apparently, though, from the chat, y'all, it seems like you don't struggle with this. So Is this something that's helpful, or is this something that you're all just like ballers and making sales every single day? Because if you are, I can like, well, there's other things we can talk about, but this is a conversation, yo.
Yeah, type in there. It's good, but I mean, this is an issue you have, because I have that with asking for people's email with my personal brand. Where,
a million
it seems
percent
so invasive.
It's not just about, and it's not just about asking for a sale. It's about asking to be featured, and I won't even say like, I like asking for the opportunity to serve. So it's asking for the opportunity to be featured on a podcast. It's asking for the opportunity to be featured on a stage. It's, we have this thing we call the Power Partner Pop, and you have to do your shoulders like that when you say it. We have this thing called the Power Partner Pop, and it's like, hey, let's do a content swap. Like Chris, Von Wilpert messaged me years ago and said, I didn't know him at all. So this was actually a cold message. And he said, hey, it looks like we're content cousins. I love the way that you're showing up and providing value. Do you want to do an email swap with no affiliate link or anything like that? Just like, email each other's people. And he had done the research to see, like, I see that you have this free gift that my people would love. I have this blog post I think your people would love. And I was like, duh, yes. Because it was just like easy,
I love that. Well, and I think another thing that, I do personally is I try to formalize things a little too soon, where it's like, okay, let's swap affiliate things, and let's do this coupon code, and let's blah, 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 blah. And then you end up not doing any of it because it's going to take you a month to set up. And then everybody's tired and bored at that point, and then you just don't end up doing it. But I love the casual swap.
And people don't that's what we should call it, the CC, the casual swap, or CS.
Yes.
People don't realize how much time that stuff takes. So sometimes when people are like, oh, will you be on my summit? And then they send me this form that has like 20 pages of things to fill out. I'm like, no, I won't, because I don't have time to actually fill out the form. Like, I'll come on and talk to you, but all that other stuff I can't do. I see Mickey's question here, which is awesome. Any tips on moving from following up after a DM, sending a resource, transitioning into a sales conversation? Totally. Can I, how much am I allowed to share here, Mark?
As much as you want. I'm always more the better.
Okay. This is our system for content and sales. Hold on. I have a little infographic here, and this fits really well into the whole system. So I'm giving you like our full system. Are you ready for it? Okay. Yep, thank you. Okay. So this is our like secret system, and it may look overwhelming at first. If it does, that's the sign that you're on the right track. So there's a daily, a weekly, and a monthly sort of cadence that we have to our organic growth. And the reason that I created this is because I found myself getting wrapped into so many big launches, like either promoting somebody else's affiliate launch or feeling like I needed to do my own big launch. And I wanted something that I could do on the regular, because the other thing that would happen is I would bring in a bunch of clients, like where Axel was saying, and then all of a sudden I'm stuck in delivery mode. And then once I've delivered that, I realized, oh shoot, I don't have any more sales coming in because there wasn't a consistent ebb and flow. So we have daily, weekly, and monthly assignments basically. And so the daily we call your star tasks. And I have a question really quick first, actually. So if you're here, did anyone here brush their teeth this morning? Okay, if you brush your teeth this morning, sometimes people say no, and that's okay. But if you wait like a week without brushing your teeth, you're going to be in trouble, and you're really going to need to brush your teeth, right? The star tasks are basically like brushing your business teeth. So it's 20 minutes a day. You jump in, you wake up the algorithm, you let the algorithm know that you're alive. You get in, you kind of bump up a few people either in DM, or you offer some referrals, you comment on some things in Facebook groups, but it doesn't take like your whole life. It's literally just brushing your business teeth. And this is the little acronym that we have for it. There's lots of ways that you can do this, but this is kind of the general idea. The first is you set your intention. So you're like, so if you were in the place that you're mentioning and you know that you've connected with a lot of people, your intention could be as simple as, I'm actually going to make offers today. And that may be terrifying, right? But you can set a number, like I'm going to make 5 offers today. And by the end of the day, I'm going to make 5 offers. It could just be, I'm going to post content today. It could be, I'm going to offer referrals today. It could be, I'm going to stay present and drink more water. It doesn't actually matter. Just set your intention. The next thing is that you actually talk to people. And even if we're using loads of Facebook ads and we're, kind of behind the scenes and not really out there. Yesterday, I had the amazing opportunity to be at an event with Bob Taylor from Taylor Guitars. So NAMM is happening right now. And one of our main, I don't have very many done for you clients anymore. One of them is my dad. So my dad has a tree trimming business. It's called West Coast Arborists, and they trim almost all of the trees in the state of California. They also have a side company called Street Tree Revival, where they take city trees that need to be removed because of windstorms or beetles or whatever they need to be removed, and they turn them into beautiful wood slabs. And they have a partnership with Taylor Guitar where they have a whole line of guitars made out of city trees.
So cool.
It is really cool. So yesterday I had the opportunity to go to dinner with Bob and Andy Powers, who's taking over as the next, he is the current CEO of Taylor Guitars. And then also this man named Tony, whose last name I can't remember, but the like secret whispering was that he's a billionaire who's like the 60th wealthiest person in the world, who's also partnering with, or in America or something crazy like this. He part owner of Royal Caribbean. I don't know. He was really nice and really cool. And the one thing that he said was relationships are what matters. And this is someone who has, I think they said 15 companies. Bob Taylor said the same exact thing. Relationships are what matters. My dad had started his company he bought it when he was 18 years old, never went to college. And now they trim all the trees in California, which is pretty dang awesome. And he always says that he watched this episode of Larry King. It's like his favorite story. He watched this episode of Larry King and they had like, you know, the top most successful people in the world being interviewed. And they said, what's your key to success? And the first guy said, real estate. I put all my money in real estate. The next one, what's your key to success? He's like, I don't remember what he said, but something like stocks. I put all my money in stocks. And then the next guy, he said, what's your key to success? And he said, people. I talk to humans. You know, I build relationships, and that is the key. Then the second guy said, wait, I want to change my answer. Mine is people too. And then the first guy said, wait, I want to change my answer. People. That's the real key. So if you're afraid to talk to humans, get over it, because this is the thing that's actually going to change things for you. So talk to people.
It's so true. You know,
it really is.
The more you're in business, the more you start to realize it, because, you know, people think like, oh, well, if they're not my customer, I shouldn't be talking to you. But the majority of connections you make or the opportunities you're going to get are going to be suggested by other people. And if you don't talk to anybody, you're never going to hear them.
Yeah. I mean, full stop. And I know that the reason we created this system is because it feels overwhelming. And even if you do like I don't know what you guys call them. We call them ladder posts. I know some people call them like 2 steps, you know, a post where you're looking to get engagement on it and you get lots of comments on something. You may feel like, oh my gosh, now I've got all these people to talk to, right? And I do have tips on that, Bonnie. I will share. So
I was going to say, I have a 2-year plan that I went through to transform my whole personality, but I don't, it involved running a marathon and giving up beef. So I don't suggest it.
I'm going to write a post about how Mark overcame his fear of talking to people by giving up beef.
That was like one of 60 things.
I have a really clear actual system that will help, which actually is going to be released on the podcast soon. Also, it's called the quesadilla of awesome, and yours can be vegan or it can be whatever. I don't know, but I'll share that in a minute. So talking to people, the big thing, one of the things that'll help you to get over talking to people is putting a system in place around it. And I'm someone who does things in a way that's kind of like, let's just make things happen and magic happens. But that creates a huge hot mess for your team. So I've had to systematize things so that my team doesn't kill me, and so that I can teach things to our clients so they can replicate what I've done by going, right? So I've put it into a really strict system. And then the A is for asking for the opportunity. And so this is being brave enough, and we'll talk about that transition piece, but being brave enough to be able to say, excuse me, being able to say, hey, I have an idea. Can I share it with you? Or, hey, this weird thing came to mind and I'd love to help you with this. Hey, I noticed this thing. Can I help you? Hey, I'm looking to make referrals today, which brings us into the next one, which is to refer and get referrals. And starting with the referral conversation is a really great way to just get into the place of talking to people in general. So, Bonnie, were you just at the AI Bot Summit? Is that where your shirt is from? I saw your shirt. What is?
Oh, she's a DJ.
You're a DJ. What does it say on the bottom?
Shirt.
It's a cool DJ shirt. It does. Were you there? Those shirts were there. I don't know if you were there.
It's from Content at Scale. They were at our last partner training day, and they gave us
Amazing. Okay, awesome. I love it. Awesome. Okay, it's a hip shirt apparently now. Which I love.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right. I didn't see your shirt actually.
Yeah, I knew that it said
I was
AI
looking
on
at
the
the
bottom.
screen.
I was psychic. So, so even like being here, just reaching out to members here and saying like, hey, I'd love to refer you to somebody. If you're connected to any humans, to start by saying, hey, I'd love to refer you to somebody. Who are you looking to connect with? And just putting that out there. A lot of times you're going to get people coming back to you to say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Who can I connect you with? And if you don't know who you want to be connected with, then that's the actual problem.
Mm. Oh, that's such a good point. Yeah, I was actually about to say that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so connected to your customer avatar, because if you can't say these things to the person you're pitching, then you shouldn't be talking to them in the first place.
Amen. Go back and do the foundations. Total. And that could be some of the fear that comes up around it, is because you're like, I don't even know what I would say. What would my idea be? Well, if you haven't done you don't know your customer journey, if you don't know your product, like what you actually offer, if you don't know the value that you provide, tricky. Okay. And then the final thing is to share a moment or personal story. And this is one that I know some people are not as comfortable with, but it can be a picture of the sunset. It can be, whatever. When it comes to social media, I like to say there's two things that we're working with. The first is the algorithm, and the second is the humanism.
Oh.
So it's knowing that when you do these things, yes, it's telling the algorithm what's happening. You go into a community and you answer questions. Like, let's say you go into the Sam Cart community and there's people asking questions about how to get their funnel to convert. Well, you as a marketer may have tips that could help them with that. You just go in and offer value. We brought in so many clients through the Jasper community because I simply showed up and A, answered questions and offered value. B, I told jokes. Like I posted memes. Which then there was one meme, the story about the Slack logo. Do you know the story of the Slack logo?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show you. And I edited my post in there to change it from Jarvis to Jasper, and it somehow deleted my post, but which I was so bummed about. But I had a post in there. It wasn't even my joke. It was actually this image. Let me pull it up. I'm just like Googling it to show you.
I love that you're talking about this, because I've done that before too, where it's like I saw something and there's some subject and I'm like, oh, I should come up with something funny, and then I just got lazy and just copied a joke and pasted it as my comment,
and I mean
everybody loved it.
And it has credit of the person on it, because like, look, I'm like, here, I'm sorry, I know someone worked very hard on this. I thought after 2 years my feelings would fade, but the Slack logo is 4 ducks all sniffing each other's butts, and I'm tired of pretending that it's not. And if you look at it, funny. They're all ducks. It's all duck butts, right? So I posted this in the Jasper group and it got like 300 likes. Not because of anything that I'm doing as a human being, but because I know my ideal client uses Slack.
Genius.
And the only reason this happened is because I laughed at it. So I was on the team at Be Live, and Irene, one of the team members there, shared it in our community, in our company Slack channel. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is funny. Other people would think this is funny. So that's quack. Awesome.
Well, it's relatable. It's connected to the target market. I mean, there's a bunch of things. I think one of the big barriers is that you think you have to be completely original. Otherwise you'll be called out as being a fake, or, somebody who copies somebody else's stuff. But really, we're mainly just regurgitating stuff that we've heard in the first place most of the time, and give credit. And that's the solution.
And you can actually use AI to come up with jokes, like write dad jokes about marketing.
Oh my gosh. I have my afternoon set now.
I actually have you seen that new, I need to log into my Jasper account, which is not logged in right now, but have you seen the new thing in Jasper that is like where you can create your own template?
No.
It's really cool.
Is
and
it the new? Because
yeah. Actually, some people were talking about it in the boot camp.
Sort of. We called it a boot camp. It was supposed to be accelerator.
Accelerator. I was like, you told me which one it was, and I can't remember. Sorry, in the AI marketer thing. it had disappeared, and someone actually just posted in there saying that it came back, which I was so grateful for. So I'm going to see if it's actually there. Oh yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. So in here, there's this new thing called a dynamic template, which you can then create your own template. So I'm going to show, do you want to know how to create a template that allows you to create metaphors? Because we could do one for jokes also. I took a screenshot of it and posted it, guess what, in the Jasper community. So if I go there, and we can use ChatGPT to do jokes and stuff too, but this one actually worked really well. So here's another, just if you don't know this, when you're inside a community like this, there is a search feature and you can search yourself, which is what I do. So I remember what I wrote. Okay, so this post is edifying Jasper. Holy smokes, this dynamic template is so cool. I wrote a template, there's even a typo, which gets more engagement, for metaphors to install buying beliefs. Here, this is the template that I wrote, and I'll show you how you can do it. Product name, our program is called Social Sales Stars. The product feature or benefit, sales without big fancy funnels, and then the metaphor, which is I wanted it to be about a cruise ship. And then the belief to instill, sales can be easy with the right systems and support. And then additional info, fun ships, not fancy ships. This is for a hot mess mom entrepreneur. That is now the template. And then look what it said. These are not jokes. These are metaphors, right? But we could do one for jokes. So are you tired of trying to navigate through big fancy sales funnels only to find that you're lost at sea without a sail? Social Sales Stars is like a cruise director of your sales journey, helping you glide through the process with ease.
Love it.
Really fun, right? So picture your sales process as a massive cruise ship where complexity is like countless decks of luxury and passengers, AKA your potential clients, are dazzled and guided on a magical voyage. Eventually, they miss the essence of the ship and fail to explore the breathtaking hidden spots we are waiting to be discovered. This is what a big fancy sales funnel feels like for your hot mess mom entrepreneur reality.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you can actually create templates like that in here. And this is maybe taking us on a full tangent, but you can create a full template of whatever you want to create. So we could
let's do the dad joke metaphors or the dad jokes about marketing. Love it.
Right? I'm going to give it like all the details that I really want from these dad jokes. Let's see if it knows what dad jokes are.
It has to. Got to get in the habit of memorizing dad jokes because I have a shirt. Actually, I think it was for Father's Day last year. My wife got me the I have dad jokes, and then my two sons have I love dad jokes. Our
kids have the I love dad jokes shirt. And then Charlie wore it for school picture day. So that's awesome. Picture. Oh my gosh, it's not working. Come on, friend. Maybe we stumped it.
This always happens on Zoom. I think
I know.
Zoom contacted everyone and said, like,
I'm gonna let it keep working and go back to Mickey's question because I like left her hanging. So that was a big now it finished, but we're going to finish this first and then we'll come back to it. Now we've got all these open loops. So I'm like NLPing your brain in all sorts of circles, open loops everywhere. Okay, so let's come back to this and then we'll go back to that one. Once you've started doing this stuff to kind of wake up the algorithm and wake up the humans and start to talk to humans, then we have these weekly and monthly things that we set in place, which Mickey, this is what helps you to move over that limit. So weekly, we're providing some sort of hardcore value driven content. It can be a long form written piece of content. It can be a video. It can be a podcast, something like that, that gives you the reason to email your community on email or text message list. And then you can go back to those people that you've been they've gotten a resource and now they're sitting there in the I'm good place. You can go back to them and say, hey, I'm doing a video about blah, blah, blah. Would you like access? Hey, I just wrote a post about yada, yada. Want to see it? To open the conversation. It's leading with value. Sometimes those posts actually offer the opportunity to work with you or offer the opportunity to get on a call or do something like that. So it's getting permission, moving them further up the client journey. And then, because you could get stuck in that loop all year long and never actually make an offer. So notice at the bottom, follow up and make offers, right? So this is where you would pull out one of those. Oh, and this is kind of random, but I have another idea for you. Can I share it here? And that
Yes,
idea is you pay me to do your marketing, which there's like nuance, right? But that's the basic gist. Then this is where the real offer piece comes into play, is that monthly you have at least one leveraged offer. So that could be a masterclass. It could even just be an open Q&A. Like we do a demo call where people can come on and they get a little hot seat. I walk them through our system, what it looks like to work with me. And then I do a hot seat. So everybody gets a hot seat, plus they get the opportunity to be able to work with us. And so this gives you a reason like, hey, I'm doing a demo call, or I'm doing a little, Q&A. Would you want to come on and join us? This feels a little less spammy as sending like I want to fix your marketing in the chat. Right.
Love it.
And you'll notice on here, like I have attend at least one networking event. This could be your networking event because you're here and you're like connecting with people. But for me, getting out in real life has really been that's like a game changer for me, is actually seeing the back of people's heads and like, moving forward.
No, it's so true. Because when I had my agency, that my number one source was actually in-person networking. So, chamber events and it helped me get, if you're scared of talking to people, the best thing you could do, I'm guessing you're going to say improv class.
I mean, right? That is a really good one.
But for me, it was going to chambers. So.
Yeah. And even just like putting it into practice, right? So recognizing like, if that's something that you're struggling with, making that your intention and saying like, I'm just going to talk. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to, I used to have a weekly show that I did religiously for like 4 years, every single week. In the past, like 6 months or so, I kind of have let it relax because I'm more in, Axel's place where I'm like, I want to follow up with people that we're already connected with rather than bring a lot of new people in. And we have things to repurpose, but I did my regular show this week and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm out of practice, where I used to have exactly the flow of exactly everything that I say. But when you haven't done it in a while, it's like riding a bike. It feels weird maybe the first kind of time, but then you'll get back to it. So the more that you put yourself out there, even like at Starbucks, right? You say like, hey, how's your day going?
Oh, that's such a great tip. I love that.
Les Brown says speakers speak.
And practice speaking.
Like all the time. Yeah. And so he says that he's always testing his material on everyone that he meets,
Well, I think, even if you're not in a big metropolitan area like Orange County or Austin or whatever, there's tons of opportunities to meet people that you will never see again, ever. Like that's actually the most places you're going to go is going to be that situation. So it's the one experience you're ever going to have with this individual. What are you going to do with it? For me, well, because I grew up with a lot of anxiety. So even talking to like cashiers and stuff was super awkward because I was like, what do I say? I don't want to be weird. And then you just overthink the whole thing and it leads to terrible experiences, was my experience, but or lonely. It makes you lonely. How about that?
And then, I mean, if we look at it like as a human side, there's all of that, right? And then if we look at it as a business side, it's like, if you're not giving yourself the opportunity to put it into practice in little tiny situations like that, you're going to consistently hold yourself back from the true potential that you have as someone who can help your clients, right? Or build whatever it is that you're looking to build. Like, what's that bigger picture?
Oh, that's such a good point. Well, it's like being an athlete and never practicing and then showing up to the game and expecting to be great. It's like, yeah, how would that work?
Are you watching Ted Lasso?
Is it on again?
Yes, it's back.
Oh, okay. I'll have to catch up.
There's a new thing happening between two of the characters where they're meeting at 4 a.m. every morning to go practice on top of regular practice to really, be the best that they can be to like put that stuff into action. So it's good.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, I tell my son's aspiring MLB professional player. He just turned 10.
Okay, amazing.
But we tell them the same thing because it's like, hey, there's guys putting in the work and they love it just as much as you do, and they might be just as skilled as you are, but they're doing the extra stuff. So who's going to win? The person who works more, right? Well,
or maybe plays more, right? It's like a whole, like maybe there's a thing about playing more too, that sometimes we can get ourselves into a place where we're like really like burnt out, and then we're not going to actually get any results because we're just burnt out. So it's a fine dance.
Well, and figuring out what you like too, because they always say like find something you like and you'll never work a day in your life. And it's well, and the problem is that some of your competitors are that person. They not only compete with you based on your product and offering, but they also love it and they love building it. And and it's like you're not going to beat that person. How would that happen? You could be maybe keep up, but you're not going to be the best. So, anyways, I think it's all about practice.
Yeah. That's like the real thing out of all of it. Yeah. Whether it's an improv class, like a chamber meeting, BNI, or asking questions on this, even in the chat, it's all practice. This Jasper template came back and it's really weird. I think I got a little too complicated because when I said like that it would inspire people to work with me as a business coach, it's asking for my qualifications and accomplishments, which makes sense. So I think I need to do a simpler version of it. So we're going to leave that there and I'm going to try a new one. Oh no,
dad jokes.
Shoot. It just keeps this one. How do I reset? I'm not going to go through that whole one. So we're going to do this. Just dad jokes about marketing.
Yeah.
We'll go simple sometimes is the best way to go, which is why that one probably took so long. I wondered also if you can like keep this as, I would love to be able to create these dynamic templates and then keep them in the future so that I have the same template that I can use again and again.
Yeah, just refresh each time.
Yeah.
It's like the dream of ChatGPT is a search for your chats. and then also
wild.
Well, the problem is even with
this is horrible. It did not work at all. Whatever. I'm going to really have to fine tune this.
ChatGPT.
It says joke setup, joke punchline. No, dude, that's what I want you to do. Hello. We're going to do this in ChatGPT just to.
Already
I will work on that template though.
It's kind of funny because, it's ChatGPT is such a simple interface, but it's like, when it's working, it works more often.
Totally.
I was going to say, at least it works. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't do that either all the time. Okay. Why did the marketer get into a heated debate about content marketing? Because he thought it was all about the copywriting. Oh, that's terrible.
Why did the marketer get off the trampoline? He wanted to bounce rate. He wanted a better bounce rate. He didn't like. He wasn't happy with his bounce rate.
Wasn't happy with his bounce rate. That would work.
How do SEO experts stay cool during the summer? They just chill on the SERP.
Oh, here's the decent one. Why did the marketer refuse to work on a campaign for a pizza chain? Because he didn't want to get too cheesy.
I mean, there you go.
It's almost there.
Okay, here's another one that I have a spreadsheet that I've created for this. Do you want to see my weird spreadsheet around this? So what we did is I have a client who does dog agility stuff, and we called it meme research is what we did. So look at this. This could actually turn into something, and maybe I'll make a tool that does this. So you search for memes outside of your space. So then when you find the meme, you link it. What's the concept of the meme? Then the original meme text, the original caption, the new meme text, the new caption. And then I set up for my clients, like as a template for her team, whether or not it's approved. Then new Google link for the image and the date that was posted. So like this one, this way you could have a VA use ChatGPT to help with this. So me getting out of bed at 7:55 to start working at 8. Okay. And then the concept is a photo of a dog wearing glasses at a computer. This is the text. The original caption was working from home is an advantage. Who else can relate? New meme text, me getting out to start, whatever, it's like the same. And then whatever other kind of funny photo that you could use for that.
Oh, that's
right here. This one was a good one. Friend, you look tired. Me, I'm a teacher. Pretty sure that's just my face now. Right. So this one could be me. I'm a mom who owns a business. I'm pretty sure that's just my face now. Right. So you tie it into whatever it could be me. I own a marketing agency. I'm pretty sure that's just my face now. New caption, real conversation before I got my glam systems in place. Now I actually sleep. How about you? So now it's elevating my program to speak to a buying belief.
Oh, that's a awesome tip. I love that.
That's good.
I used to use that for, well, not that specific process, but for slogan generation, it really is easy just to look up quotes. Like what's your thing about, like, let's find a quote that's about it. Then we'll just modify the quote to be the industry in your target market. Problem solved. No more thinking about 5 words in a row with a period after each one. Integrity, hardworking. Nobody reads that. Make a slogan that's funny or at least memorable, and you'll be in good shape. But yeah.
Or it's a test every time, right? One day I wrote a post that was like, if you don't show up, neither will your clients. And that's all it was. And then I got a great engagement. And you know what I did the next day? I said, I'm going to say it again. If you don't show up, neither will your clients. I just wrote this same exact quote twice in a row. That also worked, but then some days I'll write something else that I think is going to be brilliant and it won't work. And you just move on.
Actually, it's guaranteed not to work if you think it's going to be brilliant. Is my experience
That's actually
with
true.
all of content, because I've never produced a piece where I'm like, this is going to smash. Like, this is just going to destroy everything. And then no, it's like, wait, is it working? Did I actually post it?
And then you're like, refresh.
Yeah, you're fresh. You're like, okay, it must be the time of day I posted it. And then you might start making excuses. But yeah, the one that you create in 5 minutes will usually kill anything that you spend hours on.
Yeah. Tricky.
But systematically doing it, that's important. I like the day after. That's actually kind of the content series, or like, a theme where you just go consistently and people start to notice you're doing that. And that's how you get subscribers, not by having one viral post, which is what most people think.
That's really good, because you can have one viral post that breaks everything and then leaves you tired. But it's like the turtle, right? Slow and steady wins the race, or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Well, and if you hope to scale, if you help to not be doing all this work for the rest of your life, then you have to make a system out of doing this process, because otherwise you're going to have to be on all the time. Or the less you're on, the less money you're going to make. And you don't want that either.
Ooh, I have a question. I don't know. Are you all active on Facebook at all? I know sometimes I'm like, okay, good. So, I don't know if you have this, and actually it's only happening on my phone, and I don't have my phone hooked up to screen share. So I'm just going to hold it up to the camera, which is going to be hard to see, but it's going to be worth it. I have the ability now, when I post on social, watch this. I'm just doing like testing. Okay. At the top, this is going to be so hard to screen because I have my focus locked, but at the top of my screen, which you really can't see, right here, it says next. It doesn't say post. Do you see this when you post on your personal profile on Facebook? I have the professional mode turned on. When I hit next, look what it shows me. I can schedule my posts on I'll send screenshots, but I can schedule my post. Where are we live? Are we in the DM Engage group?
We're on the Digital Marketer Facebook page.
Oh, hello, look at that. I did not know this. I thought this was like a super secret thing. Look at this. Okay. I'm like sitting here sharing all my super secret secrets, y'all. Shh.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't. I thought we were
don't tell anybody.
This was like a private secret thing. It's all right. I'm just giving you my life. It's okay.
Rip off Molly.
You guys, I spilled the tea. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'm going to post it over there. Dean Davis, I usually say sprinkle this video amongst your community, but don't sprinkle this. This is secret info. I'm just kidding. Okay, you can sprinkle. We're good. And do you know why I say sprinkle instead of share?
No.
Because the Book of Faces doesn't want us to use the word share. They have said that it is a word that will start to demote your reach. If you are like, a long time ago, they posted this whole thing about engagement bait. And so share, comment, all those kind of things kind of give you a negative, not like it's blocking your content, but if you have a point system and you're getting points that give you more organic reach and points that give you less, saying share can potentially give you less organic reach, which is so weird. So instead of saying share, I say sprinkle this amongst your community. You just make up your own weird words.
I think I say blast this out.
Blast this. Ooh, that's a good one. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to share, as I said, the word share again. I'm going to put this below. Excuse me. Geez. So I actually have the ability to schedule posts on my personal profile now. Which does anybody else have it?
I do not.
Axel, you have it? Do you have the I don't know if I can post a photo here right now, but I'll post it at some point. Do you have the professional mode turned on?
I'm in professional mode, and I've got some more ads from the MCCM.
It's awesome.
So
You got
I'm
ads. So
allowed
you
to
have ads
test some
also.
things from Meta. So
Yeah. So I
usually
have the
these
ability to do
rollouts a bit
ads on my
earlier.
personal profile also now.
Yeah.
Wild.
I've got it on my company's account and my private account. Works with all.
Yeah. Cool. So one thing that I was going to show you actually if you have the ability to schedule on your personal profile, one thing that is really, really cool. I'm just checking to make sure that my bot is seasoned. So I'm asking my AI assistant behind the scenes. I just said, can you please remind me what my products are as listed above so that it re-seasons my stuff? Like it's checking in to make sure my bot isn't hallucinating, that it really remembers the things that I told it to remember. So I'm just checking that first really quick. Please remind me who are my main ideal clients. And then I'm going to show you something really cool. As listed above. It'll give me that. And then what I'm going to do is I've created a list of buying beliefs. We call it your tree of beliefs. These buying beliefs, you take the things that you know your ideal client already believes or what you want them to believe in order to purchase from you. And then we make this huge list, right? I'm just checking this really quick. So we take that, and then what you can do is you take that list of beliefs, and I'm going to show you this seriously cool trick with ChatGPT. What you're going to do is you're going to put this list of beliefs in and then say, please create a spreadsheet, or please create a chart of statements that I can use as social media posts in order to instill all of those beliefs. So what I've been doing this, like, and what I taught in the accelerator, I've been doing, I love the tweet machine inside Jasper, but this actually, instead of putting in one belief and getting loads of tweets, this allows you to put in all of your beliefs and then get all of the tweets for each individual belief. Then you can have 30 beliefs to schedule out over the month as just little one-liners.
Love it.
And it's going to be covering all different sorts of things. So you want me to show how to do it?
Let's do it.
Okay. So like here, I knew this would be recorded. I just thought this was recorded for like a special community. Okay.
We're definitely not gonna put this on YouTube immediately after this because it was so good.
Okay. So here you like, and this, just so like to be clear, what I did is I said, can you remind me, like, please remind me who are my main ideal clients as listed above. Now, this is something that I did. We have a system called the AI Authority that helps you to season your chat assistant, your AI assistant. And so David, Rachel Lee, and Alex Rodriguez are all avatars that this AI assistant created for me. And so I'm like, remind me, who are my ideal clients? It says David Kim is right for glam. Rachel Lee is right for social sales stars. Alex is right for the content club. And then I'm like, tell me more about them, please. So now I know that it's remembering who these people are, right? So it's saying like, yes, I'm on track with you. I'm an assistant who actually knows what you're doing. So then I'm going to say, great. I'd like to create a series of social media posts. I'm going to say short social media posts. Short, punchy social media posts that either instill, stretch, or squish these beliefs in order to get my ideal clients to want to make or like buy from me. Now I'm going to go into, I have this document that I pulled up on this side. Hold on. Is that it? Yeah. So these are example beliefs. And I'm going to take these. I'm just going to copy literally all of these. I was going to do just why oh, why me? But I'm going to try all of them and see what happens. Okay. So I'm going to say here are the beliefs. Please write the posts in a chart with headlines. Belief. Whoops. And I like to number them sometimes just so I know. So I'm going to do number, belief, post. Okay, watch. This may be too much. We'll see what happens. If it is, I'm going to copy what I just wrote so I don't forget it. Okay.
Oh, looking good.
I don't want them to be, I don't want them to be too like promotional. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to stop this because I don't want them to be too promotional. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to edit this. So notice what I just did. It was, I could tell already that they were very like promotional. I don't want that. So I'm going to remove this part. So to squish these beliefs in order to get my clients, engaged. I'm just going to remove that part. Yeah, to engage. That's good. And I think I have what? What'd you say?
That might be the same. Even to engage might be too promotional.
Yeah, I think if I just remove that part. So
yeah, these
beliefs. I know I have a template for what I usually do in this, but this is what happens when I just use my brain instead of using the templates I've already written. Okay. And notice what I just did. I edited it and it's going to just redo it.
That's a great tip too. Because
yeah,
you know, if you keep on redoing the chats, you're retraining the chat AI over and over again.
Rock out to your favorite bands with extra cash from a thriving business. Discover how to. That's so funny. This is all still being kind of promotional. So I'm going to come back here one more time. I'm going to say stop. When I did it before, it was not promotional at all. So I'm going to try this again. I don't want these to be overly promotional, more like quotes or inspirational thoughts. Because that's really what I want, is just like that will help to create ahas or light bulb moments. Now, some people may say like, oh, this is taking so long. Are you actually kidding me right now? Because look at how many things it's going to write for me once I like get it going, right? So I'm going to regenerate the response. Come down here. And I've never put this many in at one time. And the chart isn't really working.
No, okay, 1 more time for sales. Time, freedom of waste. Yeah, it might be just too much.
Yeah.
All right, grow your business. Supposed to spend more time with your loved ones.
Okay, so this is a really good example for why Jasper is great at some things, because when you use the tweet machine for this, they're still doing it very promotional. How weird. When I've done it before, it hasn't been very promotional. When you do this inside Jasper, so like if I take one of these beliefs, like tech overwhelms me and it seems like it's never good enough. Like, here, let me grab one. I want more time with my loved ones. So I'll take this belief here and I'm going to put it into Jasper and just go to the templates here and just go to the tweet machine. What's your tweet about? The importance of having more time. Having more time with loved ones as a business owner. Tone of voice, hot mess mom. And then here, this will get you loads of posts about the specific belief. I have been using that other thing in ChatGPT with clients recently, and I'll take like 10 beliefs. So I think just me dumping in 40 beliefs is probably too much. But if you take 10 beliefs that you know are really specifically set to be able to create posts like that, it's a great way
Cool.
to do this. There's only one way to get more hours in the day so I can run a successful business and spend time with my bae. Being a business owner and a mom means you're constantly playing catch up. Why can't I just enjoy both? Guess what? You can. Right.
Yes.
So this is where you could come in and add your own spice to it. Managing a business takes a 24-hour hustle, but it's worth it for those special moments with my littles. That's something I could easily do with like a post with a picture. Trying to juggle multiple roles can be overwhelming, but I'm making precious memories with my loved one, and I wouldn't change a single thing. Right. You can take these and turn them into loads of different posts that instill those beliefs.
Of it.
Yes.
I think that's good. Good Jasper and ChatGPT tutorial. And I just had this happen last Friday too, where I did it. I was like, oh, this is going to work great. This AI consultant. And then ChatGPT was not playing ball that day. It was just like, nope, we're not going to feel like it. I did find that it was around this time too. And we decided
when
that was
more
a
people are
capacity
like
issue.
engaging. So one thing that you can do is come in here and say, was this better or worse? I'm just going to say same, and I don't like it.
No.
And so I'm going to say, it's just not what I wanted. Too promotional. It's not
Well,
anything.
it's funny because it actually just feels lazy is what it feels like when ChatGPT just kind of spits out the same content over and over again. There you go.
Right. And then I'm just going to move on. Like, neither is better. Skip this step. Because sometimes I like that it'll give you, I could have read that, but it'll give you another option to say, like, would this be better? And then for me, when that starts to happen, it's usually only because I've tried to like really test the limits. And with that, when I've done it before, I've only done like 10 statements at a time. And then it gives me this beautiful chart. And then you can go into your profile and you can just schedule those posts to go out, which is pretty awesome. Or like we've talked about, putting it inside the Canva bulk create. And we did this in the voice of a cowboy for my dad's business. And the voice of a cowboy gave us all of these really great posts that we have with like wood slabs and my husband or my brother in a cowboy hat. Really
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Molly. I know like we kind of went off format this time. Usually there's more questions, but I do have good news for you certified partners. Molly is coming to the next Certified Partner Training Day on May 11th. And so you guys could tune in to the live event or actually show up in Austin. So
Show up in Austin. I got my tickets yesterday. I'm so excited.
Oh, nice. Wow, you're so fast. Well, this has been fantastic. I think it was great tutorials. I love the tips. I love that you were giving away all the
I love that I spilled all
stuff.
the secret sauce of all the things, and everybody's like, real secrets to their business.
I know. I was like, oh, you know what? We won't have questions. We'll just have Molly give away free stuff for the entire session. So thank you, Molly. Really appreciate your time. So happy that we're getting you super involved in the digital marketer community now. And everybody's going to see you a lot. Where can they find out more about you in the meantime?
Yeah, you can go to Molly Mahoney. That's my name, mollymahoney.com. And I spilled a little secret on my personal profile, which is Molly Mahoney. Also, I just posted a secret post this morning. So if you want to know a secret about something, go to my personal Facebook profile, which is Molly Mahoney.
That's so intriguing. Well, thank you, Molly. All of this has been gold, and I am so excited to have you out. It's going to be a blast.
So great. I can't wait. I love Austin, and it's been a while since I've been, and I love Digital Marketer. So I'm so excited to hang out with all of you. So good.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all for coming. We will actually be posting this episode, so you could review.
It's so
all
funny
Molly's
the way that
gold.
my brain approaches things when I know that it's going to be everywhere and when it's going to be behind the scenes, which I really think you guys got more juicy stuff today, which is good.
Well, you know what's funny is when you said that, I was like, oh, she's being facetious because she knows that we post this everywhere. And I was wrong about that too. So I get it. But thank you so much, Molly. Everyone, please tune in next week. We'll have another who's here next week, Michelle?
Next week, we have Farzana Karawala. She's a partner at SF Digital Studios. And that one's actually going to be a big switch from our usual content because we're going to be discussing how mindset work, self-care, and care for your team can actually be one of the biggest factors in your agency's success.
And she's also the mayor of a city in England.
Yes.
Oh, I know her. I had dinner with her at the Affiliate Summit West. She's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
That's going to be a blast. So tune in. And
I can't wait because now I get to know that I can come watch these every single week.
Well, you for sure. You can have whatever you want. Just let us know.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.